I wasn't too sure if I was going to share this today. Today marks 10 years since I lost my dad. 10 years since he took his own life. He was in a lot of pain. He struggled with his mental health. Things could have been different, but I can't change the past. I can only change the future and talk about his story. So his passing was not in vain. I'm going to run 10 kilometres, and every kilometre I'm going to share something exciting and happy about my dad. I think that's what the hardest thing is when you do lose someone to taking their own life, is that it doesn't stop for everybody else. But at the time, I don't think they really mean that. I don't think they mean to have this burden on their family and friends for the rest of their life. Not sure if I picked the best time to do this. Let's see how far we can run until it rains. And then kilometre 1 done. I don't know if this will be my favourite thing that I share about my dad, because this is something that's lifelong for me in a positive way. He always would say to me, you can do anything you set your mind to. And that's something that's really been instilled in me, and obviously comes from the delusional aspect of I literally have no limit to what I can achieve in my life. Doesn't matter what you've been told, what you believe now, you can change that mindset, you can rewire your brain that you can do anything, because we can do anything that we set our mind to. 2K's in, started to rain, so I'm going to do this one running. My dad's laugh. He had the most infectious laugh. If you were sad and he laughed, you would just laugh. How good is my running view? Kilometre 3. My dad was so smart. Maths, geography. He always made me do my homework. And I think that's when I started to realise the power of education, but then also practicing for something and not just expecting to do your best if you don't try. You always got to do your best, but you also do have to try and practice. The power of talking. Someone else might hear this and speak up and talk to their family and friends. Someone might hear this and reach out to their family and friends, because you just can't do nothing when they're gone, and you don't realise the power of having support and people around you. Before, my dad was really fast. He was really good at sports. Swimming, not so much. Running, yes. Sprints, sand, taught me how to run. But I do have to give credit to both my parents. And I think obviously this is about my dad. But one thing I want to mention too is when you lose a parent young, the other parent has to really pick up the pieces. And my mum has done more than that. And we're so lucky for our whole lives for what she's done for us. Hardest thing, and I think why I've never been able to anger at him, I'm through my stage of anger. And especially, I understand what it's like to be at your worst and not want to live. That's the biggest thing, is if you don't understand it, you can't understand it. And I know, so that's why I forgive him, because I've been there and known what it's like to just feel alone, even when you have people that love you. 5, while I enjoy this beautiful view, is my dad had a really good sense of humour. And if things were serious, they were serious, but when they were good, they were so good, and they were just so relaxed and fun. Kilometre 6, clear on what I feel like I need to move. Obviously just celebrating dad's life. So number 6, my dad didn't want to ever be a burden on anyone. He was the type that would help anyone. What I'm trying to share with this one, which I think is powerful, because that's what I feel like with everything that he went through in loss, and also his battles and how much he battled with his mental health and all the amazing things that he did and helped people. You're never a burden.